Hi guys! So this is the M magazine. It's the February-March edition, 2013. And in it is my Playdate article, how to have a successful Playdate. There's 6 tips in here. Here's tip number 1, choose your Playdate wisely. I say that because kids pick up bad manners and bad behaviors very quickly. So you really want to make sure that you're choosing kids that you want your children to be playing with, right? Kids that are behaving nicely, kids that play nicely. Yeah, we're all gonna they're gonna fight and they're gonna do their thing, but ultimately you want good kids around your children. My second tip on here is keep the play date relatively short. Kids get bored with each other pretty quickly, and their attention span, depending on how old they are, varies. So keep it to an hour or two, or if the kids, they play really well together and they like each other, you can keep it going a little bit longer. Also, really pick the time of the play date. Don't pick it right before they're about to take a nap, because they're going to be tired and they're going to be grumpy. So pick it when maybe they just got up from the nap, or they're right after breakfast, and so they're fresh and ready to play with other kids. Tip number 3 is don't plan too much. I say this because I think it's really important for kids to just be kids and let them play. Yes, if you want to do a special activity like cooking or an art project or something, then yeah, you need to do a little bit of planning, but otherwise this is a time for your kids to interact with each other and play. So let them, set them up with Legos or with building blocks, or even outside in the garden with a soccer ball, but let them play. Number 4, encourage your child to ask their friend what they want to play with. So this is also a time where you can encourage manners and teach your child how to share nicely. Obviously there's going to be things that your child doesn't want to share, and that's fine. If they have 1 or 2 things that is really special to them, then have them put it away before the play date, but then everything else should be fair game for the play date. Tip number 5 is don't micromanage the play date. And I say this over and over and over again to parents, because for some reason, well, I guess it can be stressful having kids in your home, but parents really try to micromanage and hover over the kids, and it's best just to let them get on with it. Obviously set them up with an activity, make sure they're having fun and they're interacting well, but then just leave the room. Make a cup of coffee, invite a friend over, try to put your feet up if you have to, but obviously keeping an eye and ear to make sure that they're not getting into too much trouble, but just having fun. Number 6, ignore the telling of tales. Tell your child this is not a nice thing to do. Unless someone is getting hurt, you just don't want to hear it. The more you intervene and the more you feed this, the more you just encourage this behavior. So lastly, I just want to say, take the pressure off. It doesn't have to be a perfect play date. Obviously the objective is for your child to interact with other children and socialize. Sometimes they fight, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they play and sometimes they don't. But at the end of the day, it's just a play date.